clock is ticking for every living thing on Earth, and there is absolutely nothing we can do to stop it. In about 5 billion years, our life-giving sun will run out of fuel, transforming into a monstrous red giant that will incinerate Earth and reshape the solar system. So let's trace the timeline of our star's chaotic death and see what follows. Our star, the Sun, has been active in its current state for about 4.5 billion years, which is roughly half the life cycle of its main sequence phase. As the Sun ages, it steadily grows brighter. The change is slow, but it is a relentless increase in energy output, caused by changes deep within its core. In about 1 billion years, the Sun will be 10% brighter than it is today. That brightening will raise Earth's temperature enough to evaporate the oceans. So even before the Sun becomes a red giant, our planet will lose its ability to support life as we know it. The surface will dry out, the atmosphere will thin dramatically, and Earth will be on the road to becoming a barren world. 2 to 3 billion years from now, the Sun will continue to intensify. The last traces of surface water will be gone, and the planet will bake under a sky stripped of its protective layers. Even if life finds a way to adapt to extreme conditions, this is the point where the window closes. Earth's biosphere will fade away, leaving behind only the geological traces of what once lived here. Around 5 billion years from today, the Sun will exhaust the hydrogen in its core. Gravity will force the core to contract and heat up, eventually causing helium to fuse into heavier elements, like carbon and oxygen. This causes the outer layers to expand outward as the Sun swells into a red giant, growing hundreds of times larger than it is now. Mercury and Venus will be consumed entirely. Earth may be engulfed too, but even if it escapes the Sun's surface, the heat will be enough to destroy the crust and erase the planet completely. After this violent expansion, the Sun will remain a red giant for about 1 billion years before shedding its outer layers into space, creating a vast, glowing shell of gas called a planetary nebula, which ironically has nothing to do with planets. At the center of this gas cloud, the core of the Sun will remain as a white dwarf, an incredibly dense and fading ember, roughly the size of Earth. It will no longer produce energy through fusion. Instead, it will cool for trillions of years, becoming a quiet relic of the star that once sustained our world. As the Sun becomes a white dwarf, the solar system will enter a new and unfamiliar era. The intense solar winds and the shedding of its outer layers during the red giant phase will have stripped away enormous amounts of mass. With less gravity holding the planets in place, their orbits will drift outwards. The inner worlds will be gone, but the gas giants will survive, circling a star that no longer resembles the one they formed around. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune will settle into wider, slower paths. Their moons, once shaped by tidal forces and internal heat, will freeze solid. The outer regions of the solar system will grow cold and dim as the Sun's remaining light fades. Kuiper Belt objects and distant dwarf planets will continue their slow orbits, but the system will be quiet and dark. Over trillions of years, the white dwarf will cool and dim further. It will pass through stages of fading until it becomes a theoretical black dwarf, a cold and inert remnant that no longer emits energy. Such a star has yet to be observed in the universe, since the time span required for a white dwarf to cool completely is longer than the age of the universe itself. By this time, the surviving planets will continue orbiting a star that has effectively died. The solar system will change gradually, across timescales far beyond anything we can imagine. In the end, the story of the Sun is a story of change on a cosmic scale. A star that once powered oceans, weather, and life will become a quiet remnant surrounded by the scattered pieces of the system it created. Nothing in the solar system will remain as it is today. The inner planets will be gone. The outer worlds will drift through wider orbits. Over immense stretches of time, even those survivors may be pulled away by passing stars until the system slowly unravels. One by one, it may be ejected into interstellar space, becoming rogue worlds, drifting in darkness through the galaxy. This is the distant future of the Sun and our solar system. On these timescales, stars are temporary, planets are temporary, and even stable systems evolve. Everything that exists in our solar system today is possible because the Sun has spent billions of years in this balanced state. Its eventual death is part of the same process that allowed life to emerge in the first place. The Sun will change, the solar system will change, and the universe will continue to move forward long after our star has faded. Thankfully, these events are so far in the future that any possible life on Earth will have time to prepare and possibly venture to other star systems. Who knows where science and technology will take us in the future, but these chaotic events make me very grateful for the time we have here now. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm glad to share this moment with you. I would love to know what you think about the future of our solar system in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit like or share it with other curious minds. This truly does help the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe and hit the bell icon if you would like to join me for more adventures through our solar system and beyond. Until next time, my friends, take care and be well.